Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am Teardrop. In this video, I'm going to discuss the mayor of Damascus because we've got a kind of an update. The cover up is real. Just want to let you guys know I have been in contact with the Jewish fella, and well, I'm going to be talking to him real soon. Hey Jack, I suggest you do the same. I'm JB Gunner. Let's do this.
This is Teardrop, and welcome to New to the Wild.
Welcome back, everybody. As you guys know, I'm JB Gunner, aka Teardrop. Now, today, what we're going to do is take a look at Jack McCready, the mayor of Damascus's response to this issue. We're going to take a look at it. We're going to analyze it. We're going to look at some of the comments, but most importantly, we're going to talk about what essentially, for me, is an attempted cover-up. And we'll talk about that in a second. All right, so as we look at Jack's response, he says, seems like for you guys that do not know, what happened in Damascus, Virginia is we had the owners of Hey Joe's assault a Jewish hiker, one of our own, a triple crowner, a through hiker, and things didn't turn out so well. So anyway, Jack McCready says, seems like our wonderful town has yet again been placed under scrutiny of bad press. Well, it's because bad shit happened, Jack. As with most cases, there is controversy. There is no controversy, sir. Two of the business owners, two of your own, there in Damascus, decided to take it upon themselves to assault and humiliate a fellow hiker. And not only did they do that, at the same time, they insulted an entire group of people. Now, listen, I actually could care less about racism. I actually believe that people have the right to whatever opinions that they have. But when you're representing a company, when you're representing a town, when you're representing a culture, just as much as you have the freedom to say all the dumb shit you want to say, you also got to expect people to come back and retaliate. There is freedom of speech, but there's also repercussions for that speech, sir. Now, even with all that, what happened was an assault. But let's go ahead. For those who viewed this hideous anti-Semitic video, I'm glad you called it hideous, nothing can justify the statements. It certainly does not represent our community. I agree with that. The individual assaulted isn't innocent of wrongdoing either. So we're taking the victim of this situation. A little fella, a little through hiker, we're going to take this guy and make him the victim when two people, in any other part of the world, you can go from the hiking community to the ghettos of America. Anytime a group of people, two or more, attack one person, it is a pussy thing to do. That person is being jumped. That person is being attacked. That person is being assaulted is not a victim. I mean, is not the aggressor. The bottom line is the guy was not being the aggressor. He was simply filming. But let's go ahead. The individual assaulted isn't innocent of wrongdoing either. That doesn't justify what happened, by the way. By his own admission, he went there to purchase illegal drugs. The transaction soured and spilled into the streets, resulting in the video and assault. So, what I said in my previous video about there being a bunch of fucking dope fiends in Damascus, I wasn't too far off, was I? You're admitting yourself that this was a drug transaction turned wrong. So let me ask all of you people out there watching this video. If you knew there was drug deals at Disney World, how likely would you want to be? If you knew there was drug deals and fights and all them things, how likely would you be to want to take your kids or go vacation there? I'm just saying, Mayor of Damascus, it's a pretty stupid fucking thing to admit on your Facebook page when you want to be a tourist location. Admitting that there's drug deals and brawls and fights probably isn't the best move, but that's just me. So let's just go ahead and move on. So, as I said, my previous video where I said we had dope fiends in this situation was right. So now what you're trying to do, not only did you tell Mr. Johnston to delete the video, you asked him to delete the video, and we're going to get to that in just a second. But right now, you are now trying to put part of the blame on him. I don't give a shit if he's a dope fiend or not. Mr. Johnston, no matter how high he gets, no matter how much of a dope fiend he may or may not be, that does not justify him being assaulted. That does not justify the Jewish statements that were made, and it does not all of a sudden make these two fellas from Damascus good people. They didn't. But what you're doing is you're trying to say, well, he kind of deserved it a little bit. Jack, he didn't deserve it. I don't give a fuck what went wrong. He didn't deserve it. No one that patronizes your little fucking town that is highly overrated deserves it. But anyway, by the way, Jack, it's a mission now. Hope you know that. My goal is to not see you as mayor anymore because this shit is disgusting. All right. Whew. The not-so-innocent victim refused to press charges but chose to vent on social media. Okay, that happens a lot of times. A lot of times people do not press charges. If someone assaulted me, I wouldn't have pressed charges either. They probably would have pressed charges on me because I would have beat the shit out of them. But not everybody thinks everybody needs to go to jail. That's the truth. Do I think those two guys needed to necessarily go to jail? No, I think somebody should whoop their ass. Jail doesn't fucking correct shit. Ass whoopings correct shit. That's just my personal view. So, yes, he did vent on social media. And in terms of venting, you mean showed the video. He wanted people to know what the Hey Joe's owners do. The town pressed charges, and the pair is in regional jail. Good job, sir. Nothing can justify the hideous statements by those involved. This does not represent Damascus or our citizens. I agree. This business is due to close at the end of the month. Ha! Goodbye, Hey Joe's. And I'm glad, because you don't, first of all, your food fucking sucks. Let's just get that shit straight. Beer's good. But the truth of this is, I can't imagine what kind of things have been in your oven. Just saying. So, let's go ahead and scroll on down here and see what we can find. Let's go ahead and hit the previous comments. Now, I do want to say to everyone, this is a public page, so if you don't like your comments being on here, I apologize, but this is a public page, and it needs to be part of the story, if that makes sense. So let me try to do this. No, that ain't gonna work. All right. So, going on up here, let's make sure. Okay. So we're gonna start off. As you see, you got Anna Marie Max Schmidt saying thank you, Jack. We're just gonna kind of look at some of the comments here because we're gonna get down to what matters. In fact, let's just skip on down. Let's skip on down. Because what I really want to show you is, as you can see here, Craig William Johnson. This is the guy that all this happened with. Okay, I didn't want to show his picture yesterday, but now he seems to be out of the closet, so to speak. So let's go ahead. Anyway, Damascus is a lovely town. It's from Karen Stanley Gregg, and I don't think anyone would assume that two meth head restaurant owners represent everyone. That's true. That said, whatever the hiker was or was not doing has nothing to do with the fact that these two men told him that all Jews should be killed in an oven. Bingo. This Karen lady nailed it. And Craig William Johnston said, yep. So now we're going to go ahead and scroll on down here because what I want you to see is Craig Johnston's comments. Craig Johnson, hold on, let me see here. Craig William Johnston says, let me make sure. Make sure that his is being seen on the screen. Craig Johnson says, seems pretty interesting. Two meth heads lose their cool, and the mayor wants me to shut the fuck up. Take down the video and tarnish me. Hey, Jack, how's that re-election bid looking? Because you are full of shit. Exactly. And that right there is Craig's admission right there of the very thing I said yesterday, that this was a cover-up. The mayor was trying to sweep this under the rug. So, Jack, I'd like you to explain that. I'd like you to explain why you told this man to take the video down and shut the fuck up about it. And I know what you're going to come back and say, well, I didn't say shut the fuck up. I don't give a shit. You told him to be silent. So, I'd like to know, Mr. Jack, why this is the case. And then Craig William Johnson went on to say, is this a hiker town? It's a good question. Because when you got the mayor right now justifying in his own way, saying that a hiker deserved the assault. Now, granted, the guys are locked up, and they had to do that to save face. But the truth of it, you cannot sit and tell me that this statement by the mayor of Damascus did not point at the victim and say, yeah, but he deserved it. You can't tell me that that's not what that statement was meant to do, especially with him silencing the man. Okay. For those of you criticizing the mayor for explaining what happened, I suggest you lighten up. I'm 20% of the Jewish population of Damascus and have a strong alliance with the town and mayor. Now, this is Richard Smith. Oh, shit. Come on. God damn it. This ain't showing up. Okay. There's Richard Smith. Anyway. Had a strong alliance with the town and mayor. Do not condemn the mayor for wanting to give details on this incident. Craig William Johnston then responded, it wasn't a drug deal gone sour. So where's the mayor's clarification? And that's another thing. If it wasn't a drug deal gone sour, I think the mayor needs to come out and explain himself. Craig William Johnston said, I'm a triple crowner in my third through of the AT. Second racist incident for me in Damascus. First time was in 2007. Now, on this area, I'm not going to defend Craig Johnston. Listen, put your grown up, put your big boy pants on. This is 2017. If you can't handle a little racism, if you can't handle a little of that, then motherfucker, then you shouldn't be in America. Because at the end of the day, we all we all deal with all this shit all the time. So, I'm fat. I deal with people saying shit about me being fat. I cuss, or I got teardrops on my face, or tattoos. We all deal with people talking about something about us. At your age, and especially already being a triple crowner, you can't handle a little racism. That's on you. So don't be a snowflake. Don't be a snowflake. However, I actually agree with him here. For this man to be treated like this and to have multiple situations, multiple occurrences in Damascus, that says a lot about the town. He didn't say I've had multiple incidents in Blairsville or Suches or Hiawassee. He said Damascus. Just saying. This man has hiked all over this country. All right. Then Craig William Johnston went on to say, I'm a triple crowner in my third. Okay, we already saw that. Sorry about that. Sorry, I'm doing this kind of on the fly. Shit. I got people popping up in my messages. All right. So let's look. Craig William Johnston right here says this statement is false and disgusting. I agree with A.S. Cameron up here. A.S. Cameron says the mayor should resign for this. I agree. I no doubt about it. He is victim blaming, even though typically I think that whole victim blaming crap is pretty disgusting. It's Brian W. Turner, but let's see what this is saying. This is the ACLU of Virginia. I'm not dealing with the ACLU. Fuck the ACLU. All right. So let's see if we got anything else here. I don't think we do. Okay, Craig William Johnston down here. Okay. This statement by the mayor is inaccurate and paints me as a drug-fueled protagonist. Fake news. Essentially. False statements given to the Blue Ridge Outdoors. Retract and apologize, Mr. Mayor. Read between the lines. I agree with Mr. Johnston. 5 through hikes, no arrests while hiking, not a druggie. There was no transaction, just meth heads losing their shit. I told you it was meth. And so, yeah, I agree with Mr. Johnston there. Craig, in a final statement by Craig William Johnston in this thing, says, I'm about to take you down, Jack. I'm going statements. To anyone news out. I'm giving statements to anyone news outlets that want to hear from an accomplished thru hiker and all around good dude. I'll be sticking around a few days, Jack. This isn't going away until you apologize publicly to me and retract the idea that it was a drug deal gone sour. Jack, your Damascus political life is hanging on this story. Think it's over. All right. So let's get on up here. Let's go see our good friend Jack up here. Let's go ahead and check him out here. and then I'll give you my my take on the matter. All right, Mr. Jack, I agree with the hiker. I think your political life is coming to an end. I think you do need to publicly apologize. I think you do need to retract your statement. And I think you need to flat out say, no matter what happened with that man, he did not deserve the treatment that he got. Listen, like I said, this isn't a fight I normally fight. But what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And you, and just kind of taking a look at you, to be perfectly honest, you kind of look like the type of motherfucker that'd be okay with Jewish comments, Jewish assaults. Just saying. I'm just saying. But, so Jack, what I think you need to do, because I'm going to go ahead and reach out to this young man, and I want to talk to him myself. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to try to, I think he's going to be my first hiker spotlight of 2017. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it on this new channel, and I think I'd like to talk to him. So, if you're watching this, sir, if you're watching this, Mr. Johnson, contact me. I would love to interview, love to talk to you, love to get to the bottom of this. And let's just make it real and as raw and as truthful as it could be. Just like I offered to interview Stacey Cazell, I'm going to offer to interview you. Let's get the truth out there. Jack, Mayor of Damascus, I'm also offering to interview you. So Jack, come on, feel free to come on and let's talk about this and let's get the real story out. Something tells me you will not do it because you're engaged right now in a cover-up. Something, you're sweeping it under the rug. You told this young man to delete his video. Why? That's a question we all need to know. You told this man to be quiet about it. Why? That's a question we all need to know. I understand that you're trying to save face, you're trying to save your town, you're trying to save business. But listen, the truth of this is Damascus would flourish if it had a mayor come out and say, fuck this. This shit is not what Damascus is about. These two motherfuckers are gone. We want them out of Virginia. We want them out of Damascus. It would be great. And do you realize that the business in Damascus would shoot the fuck up? Listen, let's be honest here. Hikers are not me. Hikers are a bunch of liberals. So if you come out and take the politically correct stance, they'll eat that shit up. All of your restaurants will be booming. You'll get liberal dollars spent all over your fucking place. That's just the truth. I can't believe I'm sitting here defending the liberals. But I am. Because what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. And at the end of the day, Jack, this is not acceptable. So, after doing my first story, I said I was harsh. But now, after seeing your response, I realized I was spot on. Damascus people, folk of Damascus, you want your town to still flourish. Don't let this jackass be your representative. Do what you have to do to see that this man is no longer in office. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do to make hikers of all nationalities, of all cultures, feel welcome in Damascus. All you fucking people are so goddamn liberal, that's what the fuck you need to focus on. Do your shit now. Stop fucking protesting in Charlottesville and protest here. Put all your little liberal magic to use right here. This is where social justice warriors need to fucking line up instead of defending this motherfucker. Anyway. I'm JB Gunner. I'm Teardrop, man. I can't wait to fucking pop back up in Damascus. I'm sure I'll be banned from Damascus. Don't get me wrong. But I'm going to show up at least once. I'll go to jail at least once. Fuck it. So there's your update on the story. I didn't think it could get worse, but it did. And all it did was exactly prove that everything I said ignorantly in my first video was actually true. The dope fiend shit, the mayor's cover-up, and if this doesn't show you what the mayor's goal is, nothing will. Anyway, I'm babbling, man. I'm just mad. I'm upset. This shit is... And I want to make a statement real quick to all of the people that commented on my last video. To the people of Damascus, I apologize. I know your town is great. I know the town's people are great. This is not an indictment of you. But if you continue to allow this, if you do not stand up against this motherfucking mayor, then it is an indictment of you, no matter how nice you are. Just saying. All right, guys. For the record, I'm out of here, man. This is fucking ridiculous. So let's go ahead and end this.
Bye, bitches.